Reflecting on Christmas traditions this year begs the question: if whole milk is a good option to fuel Santa's extraordinary Christmas Eve journey, then why isn't it an option for American school children in their lunchrooms? That's why I support Representative G.T. Thompson's Whole Milk for Healthy Kids Act.
What? Okay, that was Virginia Fox, U.S. Representative Virginia Fox, on the floor of Congress one day before Congress takes its recess for the holidays, using their precious little time to do things like put whole milk back in schools. Yes, it's the newest culture war thing we should have all been mad about a long time ago, and Republicans are gonna stop it. No joke, y'all. This was a vote that came down right before a Biden impeachment inquiry vote. And I think after a resolution condemning university presidents for anti-Semitism. So at least one of those is also sort of clownish, but we're both, it's anyway, important things. Here was Heather Cagill from Twitter just writing, Congress in a nutshell, allowing schools to serve whole milk. Next, vote on Biden impeachment inquiry. Ooh. All right, what the hell's going on? What's wrong with whole milk, or why isn't it in schools, or why is it not in schools? Well, children gather around this holiday season and listen to a tale about the Obamas. Yes, it all happens with the Obamas, because in 2010, Michelle Obama, then the first lady, you guys remember, she was on a health kick and she wanted every American to be healthier. She agitated for policy changes to combat childhood obesity. Nutrition rules for schools participating in federally assisted meal programs were updated to include a ban on whole milk amid health guidance that children should avoid it. Again, that doesn't mean you gotta drink fat-free, but 1%. Now's the time though. We're going back on this. So obviously, with the help of the dairy lobby, supporters, which include the dairy industry, and more than 100 lawmakers, say that children are more likely to drink milk when it tastes better to them. So, and opponents say children can get the same nutrients from lower fat while keeping the same saturated fat in check. That was from the Wall Street Journal. So I guess 100 lawmakers are doing like blind taste tests in the halls of Congress, and other lawmakers are like, yo, the nutrients are still there. Representative Kim Schreier, who's a Democrat actually, was a bill co-sponsor. So hey, bipartisanship, it's happening around the dumbest things in our country. They've argued that if it tastes better, children will drink more of it. One of the chairman of the House Agricultural Committee says we've seen students opt out of consuming milk altogether if they don't have access to a variety that they enjoy. Let's face it, the only way to benefit from milk's essential nutrients is to consume it. Wow, you're smart. You are a congressperson. Again, the dairy industry is fully behind this. They want to get you hooked on that all that fat, all that goodness, I guess. If I'm a 1% chick, honestly, even if I have to drink milk. Let's see, it just gets sillier, Cenk. I apologize. I gotta read you more quotes, and then there's a new video, and it's silly. But this is Representative Lloyd K. Smucker of Pennsylvania, says, I urge my colleagues to support this bipartisan, bicameral, and utterly fantastic bill. He didn't even spell utterly the way I thought he should. And let's not skim over the facts here. Whole milk is truly the cream of the crop in delivering these key vitamins and nutrients to growing children. And then, of course, Virginia Fox had to pull the Santa card. Here are the rest of her comments.
The nutrients in whole milk, like protein, calcium, and vitamin D, provide the fuel Santa needs to travel the whole globe in one night. Whole milk is the unsung hero of his Christmas journey. Protein helps build and repair Santa's muscles. Hoisting heavy sacks of gifts up and down the chimney is no easy task. Calcium is vital for strong bones. It is calcium that keeps Santa strong and sturdy as he dashes from rooftop to rooftop. And vitamin D is essential to a strong immune system. Santa absolutely needs one as he braves the cold, wintry night. You see, it's not just the magic of the season that helps Santa deliver presents worldwide. It's also the fortifying nutrients of whole milk.
Oh my God, it gets even worse, Cenk, when you watch it again.
Yeah.
I feel like Congress is actually made up of 8-year-olds now that I've seen that.
Yeah. Well, so this story is both funny and devastating in two ways. It's because it's so symbolic, right? So number one, everything's about corruption. Why are we talking about whole milk? Who cares? 2%, 1%. I'm a parent. I don't care. I don't care. This is the least important issue. You want to have it in a school board meeting? God bless. That makes sense. That's where you should have it. We're discussing this in the United States Congress. Why? Because the dairy industry bribed a bunch of Congress people. Look at how ridiculous this is. I mean, it's like an SNL skit. So now they're all like, oh, the biggest issue in America is whole milk. Is it, really? Is it? Or you guys all just got checks from the dairy industry? Big Milk is running the place now. Okay, I mean, they're a goddamn joke. Our politicians are a joke. And anyone who doesn't treat them as a joke is fundamentally dishonest. So mainstream media going, oh, well, what's the debates they're having? Oh, well, the Republicans say this and the Democrats say that. And oh, well, their ideology is this. They don't have any ideology. Their ideology is who's writing the check today. They're all prostitutes. So if Big Milk writes the check, they're like, oh yeah, put the milk all over me, yeah. You know, John Boehner used to write checks for the tobacco industry on the floor of the Congress, on the floor of the House. He would hand them out right before the votes. Right after they voted against higher minimum wage, Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin went to the National Restaurant Association right after and collected checks for voting down higher wages for Americans. They're all, well, I should be kind and not say prostitutes. I should say, well, they're not sex workers, but they'll sell their soul for money, which I think is only 1 billion times worse. I think sex workers are an honorable and noble profession, especially compared to politicians. Okay.
Yeah, I just like the fact that you like sold out for chocolate milk. You know what I'm saying? Like chocolate milk was like, hey, it'd be a shame if you lost your next campaign. And like strawberry milk's there, like, yeah, you know what we're gonna do? Like it actually, honestly, Cenk, we just got done talking about war for a really long time. It's kind of, for, you know, the pun intended, kind of wholesome that our Congress people are being bought by like dairy farmers and like the milk industry. I know vegans and vegetarians will get mad at me. Yes, I agree. Yes, what they do to cows is awful. But like, it's like, oh, that's cute. You're owned by chocolate milk.
Yeah. I mean, you know, everybody jokes around about how they should have like the NASCAR jackets on, right? With all the,
right.
And so now like, they're gonna have the chocolate milk on there. I'm telling you, they're gonna start bringing milk. They're so pathetic. So which leads me to the second point. I mean, look at the nonsense in Congress. Moms who have babies can't take any time off in America. When I go, I've been doing a lot of interviews now in other countries as well. And when I say that we don't have paid family leave here and that moms have to report to work the next day after delivering a baby, no one else in the civilized world can believe it. They're like, no, that can't be true. America's the richest country in the world. You can't take one day off afterwards without spending your own money. I'm like, no, 85% of American workers can. And every other developed nation has that. Almost every nation on earth has that as a policy. Estonia has 82 weeks off. We don't have one day off, okay? So, but they won't discuss that policy that 84% of Americans want because it costs corporations a little bit of money. So they bury something that popular, let alone dozens of other bills that are above 2/3 majority, right? But we're discussing milk, we're discussing whole milk because some of you took checks from the dairy industry. Pathetic, pathetic. That's what our Congress is. Totally and utterly useless other than for corruption to rob us all blind, take our money and redistribute it to their donors. Thanks for watching the video, guys. We also love it if you hit the join button below because that makes you a member, and members allow us to be independent, honest. We can be as progressive as we want, no corporate media influence, and that's all because of you guys. We love doing the show with our members. Hit the join button, become one of the Young Turks.